Yo, yo! What is good, chat? What is good? What the freak is good? It's your boy. Benji. Hey, look, I don't know what the freak is going on with my joint. I wanted to come into this and become a lot cooler. Unfortunately, this is my computer just not operating the way I wanted it to. I can't get my streaming stuff correct. I don't know what is going on, man. That stuff is not cooking. But let's do my intro music the way you probably wanted me to do it. You know what I mean? Like, let's just get into it, man. It's your boy. Hey, 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 hey. All right, let me stop. I'm so sorry I had to say that. All right, let me put the chat on the screen. This is funny. Nah, yeah, they're in an ad right now. I was just watching the Becky segment. I don't know why my stuff was acting foolish. Man, I was trying to rush and get this thing set up as fast as I could, but yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't giving me the love I thought I was gonna get out of this. Let me put a chat on the screen. What the freak? What the heck? Wait, what the freak happened to my? Wait. Yeah, you see. Oh my gosh! Now you are not lying, dude. Oh my gosh, I don't. It's like when Becky gets in the ring with this woman. When her and AJ are in the ring together, it is scary stuff, man. I don't understand what the freak the two of them are up to. I don't know why my chat's not. Man, my streaming stuff has been acting stupid, bro. It's like what the freak. I don't know why chat is just not popping up on the screen, man. Let me hit refresh. Yeah, so we got the freaking the babes of wrath. Oh, JK, we're talking about Otis and Tozawa right now are on my television screen. I just wanted to bring that up to y'all. I understand this is something that you guys were extremely excited to see. Otis and Tozawa versus Usos. Oh, yeah, dude, you know that's exactly what you came here for. Don't try to play around like you didn't. You love this type of stuff, man. Stop playing around. That's what you're here for. All right, the match is about to go underway. I think I got some of my stuff set up. I don't know why my chat is not showing up on the screen. It's about to. It's gonna piss me off. Hold on. Y'all can't see chat either. Usos. Okay, so Otis is throwing this guy around. I'm talking about it's lonely at the top. Now we're already talking about the power of Otis right now. Hold on, guys. Let me get set up right now. No, I don't know. But yeah, when AJ Lee and Becky Lynch get in the ring together, it's just so awkward, bro, when they talk together. I don't understand. Becky's like extremely performative. And AJ Lee joins in on that foolishness too. I don't get it. Like they both act like so extremely weird. I don't know if that's like mom humor that they try to exercise because it's just not funny. It's actually annoying to me watching the two of them. I appreciate y'all showing up in the stream, man. Trying to, he said, hope there are 4 matches on the show. First of all, shut up. I don't know why it's not showing up, man. Oh, sorry, I was quick. I tried to. I don't know why. There it goes. Now y'all up there in official. Gunk. We got Big Jim in the ring. Tozawa taking off. Let me hit this record, man. I'm about to drop the recap on the Patreon. So let's record 1 and record 2. There we go. My sync is gonna be so off. I don't even know why I did that. I'm not even trying to listen to what Michael Cole got to say, honestly. Y'all know how I get down. Uh-oh, Tozawa about to... He's in the ropes. Tozawa's... What the freak? What are you doing? Oh, he's about to throw him out there like speed. I don't understand. So, here's my thing. I understand that, like, I guess... yeah, let me do the poll. I got you. And they're freaking going to commercial already, bro. All right. I don't even know. What is Otis and them called? Shut up. Talk about some hornswoggle baiter in this fool. No, chill out. Okay, so far, if you're just tuning into the stream, I appreciate you. I had a little technical difficulties to begin with. But we're going to have an interesting show here. What's advertised is LA Knight, Penta, and Austin Theory in a Elimination Chamber qualifying match. In addition, we have Rhea Ripley and the Bird Girl, as well as Maxine in a match. If I'm not mistaken, it's Maxine, right? No, it's the Muscle Girl that Maxine used to be with. That was also Chad's protege. So she's in a qualifying match. I'm pretty sure Rhea's gonna win that match. And in addition, who else did I see? I think that yes, Maxine's supposed to have a match against Natalia. Now let's think about this for a second, guys. Do we care about any of these matches today? The only match I think I could potentially have a little bit of interest in is the LA Knight match. But if LA Knight does not win that match, we riot. I'm going to tell you guys straight like that. Just so you know exactly what I'm going to be up to. I'm rioting. Yeah. Talking about Theory had a freaking cute scarf on. All right, now. Y'all see y'all being funny. Look at the way y'all are voting, first of all. And again, this is about who's going to win the match. I should edit that, huh? You think LA Knight's going to lose tonight? If that's what you think, all right. Well, so what do we do if LA Knight loses? How are we acting? Chat. If LA Knight loses, I think Rhea Ripley's going to win. My picks, I'm going to tell y'all what my pick is after this poll, because I don't want to, influence you guys to make the wrong decision here. Yeah, we're still on commercials, bro. I'm going to tell you guys. You know what I need to get on? Hold on. Let me put on my trusted Dusty. I got something special for y'all that I'm about to put on real quick. Hold on. Because I'm tired of watching these commercials. This is totally not Pete. Wait, what? Damn, I never even know. Let me hit refresh. My live might be a little bit off. Just have a second. What do y'all think too is going to be next for the challengers of some of the tag team championships as well as the main title championships? We have Stephanie Vaquer and Jade Cargill walking around right now with titles. Liv Morgan has to go find somebody to take the title from. Who do you think? Shut the freak. NWA is freaking insane. What is going on, y'all, in the chat, man? All right, so we are back into the match. Tozawa just tagged in Otis. Jay just tagged in Jimmy. I think that Otis and Tozawa could put on entertaining matches. I mean, we did see last week, even though we had the Jobber Fest, these guys did put together a solid match. Seriously. Yeah. Uso got hurt on that one. Goom! Go ahead, smash that boy against the ropes, Otis. Oh, Jimmy. Go ahead, job out, brother. Oh, man, Otis. That hair's starting to go, baby. But it's alright. It happens to the best of us. Now, Otis is literally a big rock. A big potato, if you had to ask me. What the freak is wrong with Jey Uso? Why did so Jey just tagged himself in and then fell? I guess it's supposed to be some type of thing to fool Otis. Yeah. Okay, so he just botched that leg kick. Oh my gosh. Dude, that's going to be a meme for Jey Uso. He just can't win. The internet's going to find a way to get upset. The Usos ain't been in the ring in a while. But yeah, if you just tuned into the stream, supposedly we're supposed to be having a match at the Elimination Chamber with Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee. AJ Lee, yep, guys, I understand that many of you guys have not seen AJ Lee in a long time, but she has made her return to the WWE to challenge Miss Lynch. But the strangest thing about that segment, and it's just a ride, please let me know. Did I mishear things with Miss Lee discussing that the match that they're going to have is going to be a contenders match at the Elimination Chamber? And they kept calling it AJ Lee's hometown. Isn't AJ Lee from like New York or Jersey? Oh, shoot. Tozawa just did his finisher. Jay's going to come and break it up. Wait, don't freak. All right, so this is what I'm talking about here. This stuff makes no sense. Tozawa gets a lot of height, though, on that little senton. Twin Magic. Yeah, seriously. Why are they still called the Alpha Academy? So, like, I thought an Alpha Academy had something to do with Chad Gable, right? It's the same thing about the Vision. Why are they running around with a name that essentially, dude, these guys not know how to know super kicks? They're running around with names that were tied to the evil person that was running the faction. Why would you still want to be tied to that? Okay, the Usos, they starting to heat up. 1D, baby. See ya, Otis. See ya, Otis. That's it. I don't know what the freak happened to Tozawa. All right, the truth is out now. We had a 50-50 vote. Right? I'm not tripping, right? The Usos look terrible out there, bro. These dudes look gassed. They were sloppy. That was not a freaking good win. I can't believe, what was this build up to be, man? It looks like Jimmy's bleeding. What was it supposed to do for anybody? No. Otis and Tozawa definitely were hooping. They came to play. They've been working on their craft. The Usos have absolutely not wrestled in probably since the last time they were on TV, bro. That was a super sloppy match from them. Otis and Tozawa did their thing. Otis and Tozawa have dark clothing on. Let's make note of that. Now they're all hugging. This match has been built for like 3 or 4 weeks. It's sloppy, man. Like, again, I don't want to like tear these dudes up, but yeah, these are the champs, and this is professional wrestling. Like, these dudes are legitimately pros, right? These guys are not supposed to be only pros, but they're supposed to be the best of the pros. They're in the tag team division holding championships. Why is Baron Saxton in the ring? Oh my gosh. It says I was all elite. Chill out, fool. We're on the road to WrestleMania. What is next with the Usos? Why is Jimmy bleeding? First off, big respect to Zawa. Big Daddy. Why did he call him Big Daddy? What was that about? Why did they say that Otis and Zawa held it down? They didn't. These dudes are gassed. Why the freak does Jimmy keep telling Jay to go do single stuff? So let me ask you something. What the freak was the point of the Usos getting on the match? I mean, what was the point of them getting on the mic? It's just for the kids. One thing you do notice though when you're watching the WWE programming versus AEW, there is a lot of kids out in the audience. Because of the Olympics, they're going to be putting SmackDown on Sci-Fi. These guys came on the microphone to let us know that they're going to be trying to win single championships. Well, not single championships. Jey Uso just has to qualify for the Elimination Chamber, so he's going to go to the Elimination Chamber. Why do they keep recapping this freaking Roman Reigns CM Punk thing? All right, man. All right, man. I'm not listening to that right now. I promise you I'm not. But yeah, what I'm saying is, dude, the Uso, they're just like wasting our TV time. What did the Usos win the championship for? To be fighting against Owens and Tozawa? What is the rest? What is going on right now? What are their challengers in the tag team division? Somebody tell me. We saw all the jobbers battle. If Otis and Tozawa just beat the rest of the jobbers that are in this tag team division on Monday Night Raw, why would I believe that the Usos have any challenges in front of them moving forwards? Now they gotta milk it. I ain't gonna lie. It's probably one of the best segments they've had in months. I'm not gonna lie. So I would hope that SmackDown, who did a great job building their tag team division over there, would now bring some of those tag teams over here since they've built them up and then completely forgot about them. I ain't gonna lie though. Let me know what you think about it. Is Johnny Gargano gonna be all elite? Because y'all, if y'all watched the recap video, you saw what he did. He was laid out on a freaking box of equipment, and the gimmick that he was putting out there was the fact that he, I guess, is now mute. He's unable to speak. He's in a coma or something like that. Dude, Gargano's gone. They have absolutely nothing for that dude. So obviously CM Punk has to do something right in the Elimination Chamber. The Elimination Chamber is in Chicago. Didn't he make his return to the Elimination Chamber? No, it was War Games in Chicago. That's right. That's right. So CM Punk has to do something in Chicago since AJ Styles is gonna, AJ freaking Lee is gonna be doing that thing. Wait, CM Punk was the title holder when they were at War Games? They dragging this. Roman Reigns' entire, I guess, reasoning for trying to fight CM Punk is to have CM Punk acknowledge him just because he hates him. Yeah, I get it. I mean, take the belt from the guy because you just want him to suffer. But what are we doing? Dude, yeah, now we're supposed to believe in Finn Balor. Now, let's be honest with each other. There's no possible way that CM Punk lose the belt prior to WrestleMania. Because what would be the point of Roman Reigns cutting a promo and going after that championship belt in the first place? There we go, Liv Morgan. Watch me. So Liv Morgan is coming out there with Dominic Mysterio. We're gonna have a Raquel conversation, obviously, because Raquel is not coming out with her. Dominic Mysterio is holding 2 championship belts, which is another thing that I'm curious about. Why has Dominic Mysterio been off of TV for a few months? No, they did edit the promo. Okay, so Liv is entering and we're going to commercial. Let's think about what we got now. How far are we into the show right now? 37 minutes into the show, and we haven't gotten anything. We got an Otis and Cesaro match that we all knew was not going to be anything. I ain't gonna lie, that the American Netflix experience is terrible. I just switched over to a VPN, and you get to watch Dom and Liv in the ring. Right now, this would be 3 minutes of commercials right now. I'm watching the timer. So if you're in America right now watching the episode of WWE Raw, you have 3 minutes of commercials in front of you while Dominic and Liv are headed to the ring. The WWE is paying bills. Liv Morgan got them waist beads on. Okay, girl. I ain't gonna lie. Dominic Mysterio's wife is a strong woman because Liv Morgan ain't gonna touch me too many times before something really go down. We ain't gonna be acting too long. I'm gonna tell you that. Yeah, they're literally changing the narrative, right? It's ridiculous. The entirety of the promo wouldn't make any sense. That's what I was gonna get to earlier. If Finn Balor was to take the championship away from CM Punk, what would be the purpose of Roman Reigns going after that title? We would all know that Roman Reigns is going to demolish Finn Balor or pin Balor, right? So how can you build Finn Balor up to be... This is why I said they don't book anything in any way that makes any sense. We're supposed to believe in Finn Balor, but we know that Roman Reigns is going to be fighting against CM Punk because nobody's going to watch Finn Balor versus Roman Reigns. The only potential thing I think people may be interested in is watching the Demon fight against Roman Reigns, but we watched Finn Balor take L's for years. Why would we care about this dude supposedly being Roman Reigns, even if he was the Demon or whatever? Why would we care when we watched him lose for years? And if he lost to Roman Reigns, that would kill the momentum if you had to think about it like that. So now we have a clip. So this is good stuff, though. You don't see this if you're watching in America. AJ Styles is like in the back crying after his loss to Gunther. This is just like, do you guys tell me, guys, if you guys care much about it? Dude, Xavier's really crying. Let me hear this. Yeah, so AJ Lee legitimately retired. I mean, freaking AJ Styles is retired, bro. What are we thinking about this? What are we thinking so far about the show, man? If you're tuning in and watching this, literally what has happened is what? We got AJ Lee. Dude, that freaking water is frozen. AJ Lee's going to be fighting against Becky Lynch. The Usos retain against Otis and Cesaro, and we're going to get a Liv Morgan promo. They're in Cleveland. Y'all let me know too. Would y'all want me to go to a WWE Raw? I could go to one in the next few months and do a vlog. Would y'all want me to do that? So we're doing another recap. So here's what I'm talking about. Legitimately, let's think about this for a second. So look at this episode here and see how many recaps we've gotten. I'm going to talk about this in the review. Look how many recaps we've gotten. What would be the purpose of you watching the show on a day in and day out basis? Why would you take 2-3 hours out of your day to watch this day in and day out? I don't think there's anything wrong with them doing these recaps, but like a recap is literally all you need because nothing eventful happened here, right? Okay, like we watched. Okay, Raquel lost, and then Liv Morgan attacks Stephanie Raquel. She is the person that could potentially go after the title. Like, would you have to have watched that Raw to have gotten that information? Would you have had to watch this Raw to get that information? All right, let's see what Liv got to say. What? Oh, Valentine's Day? He better chill out because I'll be Liv Morgan's Valentine. About time. Voice of an angel is funny. Corey is funny. What are they doing? This is awkward. Are they waiting on somebody to come out? Okay, that was like super. Like it was super obvious. They were waiting on Stephanie Vaquer. Why did they change her music? Why did they change her music? Stephanie do look good. How can you say you're the greatest Rumble winner of all time, too? Like, wouldn't that have to be like based in something? Obviously, she would have had to throw more people out of the ring or something like that, or she would have had to have won the championship, right? You can't just say that you're the world best Royal Rumble winner of all time because you won the Royal Rumble. Like, you could technically just cheat it and win it, right? She said you want to fight against the champion. We got to talk about what you did last week. Let's start. Nobody can talk to my girl. My girl is the best champion in the company. It's not on board. We're not. It doesn't matter what anybody says about her. That was like so. Oh my gosh. So if you're watching what's going on right now, they're speaking in Spanish. Yeah, obviously she's a liar. He didn't say that. What the freak am I watching? What did Stephanie come out here to do? Oh, she called her a puta. She slapped Dominic Mysterio. Why did you slap Dominic Mysterio? Liv Morgan's right there. Okay. That was a terrible segment, too. Sorry, I'm taking notes. They're all cutting promos right now. Rhea Ripley, the woman whose name I can't remember out of Alpha Academy, and then Lyra Valkyria. Let's be honest with each other, guys. Does how in the freak does Rhea even lose a match like this? I mean, a qualifying match. Get out of here. All right, Lyra's entering the ring. Dun 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 dun. I literally cannot remember the other girl's name. The blonde girl, the strong girl. What the freak is her name? You only like, but y'all want to see the vlog? Yeah, that Street Fight was trash. You said it. Bad Bunny comes out. Yo, you're crazy. Yeah, this match is supposedly for a spot in the Elimination Chamber. They all cut promos prior to this match too, so we're supposed to be excited for that. We got 3 minutes of Lyra doing emotes in the middle of the ring. No, probably Alpha Academy girl is probably gonna do her entrance. Wait, she's not in Alpha Academy anymore. What is she? American Made, right? Dude, what the freak is her name? She's barely on TV nowadays, so I can't remember. Lyra just so goofy to me. I don't know what I'm saying. Where's Bailey at? Why is Bailey not coming out with her? What kind of hairstyle does Lyra have right now? Everything about this is just pissing me off. Lyra's hair literally looks like a bird nest. This is crazy. Jay Cargo is fine. I ain't gonna lie to you. She's deadly. Let me go ahead and put my information up. Let's put the poll up, huh? What's happening, chat? Josh in the building. You saw the hairstyle, right? That was crazy. So the elimination chamber is supposed to have 6 people. So I'm guessing this is one of the first matches for the women. No, did somebody qualify on Friday? Tiffany. So Tiffany's trying to... Okay, so we obviously know Rhea's going to go. So Tiffany's trying to qualify on Friday. Now Rhea is in this match tonight. Isn't the elimination chamber at the end of this month? How much time are we going to be wasting? All right, so Josh, I don't even want to know what you really missed. Me and it's just a ride. I'm checking it out right now, but appreciate everybody that stopped by in the chat and said something. What is the freak is her name? This girl out of American Made. Ivy Now. That's her name. So let's be honest with each other. You know what the problem with this stuff is? I don't even. Oh dang, she curved that kid though. That was funny. That was actually kind of funny. Here's my thing. I don't like the fact. I'm not upset at the fact that they continually circle the same talent over and over again. I think that it's just terrible how predictable it is, and how we don't get to see any of the rest of the talent start to come up as individually as their own right. Like for example, Ivy now is going to show up in this match, and then she's going to go back to catering. So it's not like she's doing anything on her own that would at least be interested in her if she was to win this match. You know what I mean? Lyra Valkyria, what the freak has Lyra Valkyria been doing? You know what I mean? Week after week. So obviously Rhea Ripley's going to win this one. This just doesn't make any sense. Yeah, we're trying to get through this. Name the chamber participants and build to it with some stories. Yeah, you would think. It's just absolutely filler. Okay, Rhea Ripley. Let's get the people excited. It's my brutality. People are cheering for her though. Yo, Rhea, pass that title up. How many times have they defended it? They just defended it on SmackDown, but that wasn't even a believable match because the feud didn't even make any sense. They're literally just wasting our time. I will say, Rhea does have a presence when she walks into the ring. I'm not gonna lie, she's super freaking cool. And I know your soul and your sleep. There's a lot of little girls up in the front. There's a lot of kids up there. They got a lot of motion up there in the front. Brutality. Your dreams. Oh, like in Vegas? You know, I honestly would hope that they put the title back on Rhea at this point because, what are we getting out of anybody? For example, I don't know how to explain it. Bro, so what's up? Hey, how much of the show have you watched? This is almost an hour into the freaking show. This is our second wrestling match. What has happened, actually? What has literally developed? What is specifically unique to this episode that we had to watch? Why are people showing up to triple threat matches with no partners? So Ivy now of American Made has the entirety of the American Made. The two doofuses that run beside her. Why did she not show up with them, right? Shorty, this is your opportunity to win a freaking championship, to become relevant, right? You've been in catering for months. Why are you not showing up to a triple threat match, which is no DQ, without your partners? Lyra, Valkyria, why are you showing up with no Bailey? Rhea Ripley, why did you show up to the match? Oh, that was a nice move. Why did you show up to the match with no freaking EO? What? Lyra be doing some BS. I ain't gonna lie. She been me on. Oh, shoot. This makes no sense. All right, so Ivy now is over there about to start hooping. She tried to throw Rhea Ripley to the stairs, and then Rhea Ripley literally just ran on top of the stairs. I guess to just, which I kind of enjoy because it's It doesn't insult our intelligence crazy. Because they just throw people into the stairs and people just fall into the stairs. Rhea Ripley just like ran over the stairs. That was actually kind of like interesting. What the hell is that? Oh my gosh, I'm not trying to watch this. This match about to piss me off. This match just freaking started and it's going to commercial. The good thing is, I think I got the joint so I can like watch the match. Yeah, okay. So I ain't gonna lie to you. If you had this in America, this is like literally the worst experience ever. You know what I'm saying? Now when that baby in, something cool. Oh, Chelsea Green got hit. Well, what's going on in the WWE, man? There's been a terrible injury bug. Chelsea Green got injured. Supposedly, guys, Bron Breakker got injured. Let me change the title, huh? I changed the title, right? Bron Breakker got injured. Did you guys know that? Look at my eyes. Look at my eyes. Take that with you, baby. Should I change the title? Yeah, supposedly Braun Breaker is injured, guys. So, yeah, I'm saying there's that. Dude, we're about to hit 1K. What the freak? Tell your aunties to subscribe. That's pretty crazy. What the hell is Lyra doing? Literally, what the freak is Lyra doing? A little inverted Boston Crab. I like that. Okay, Lyra. You kind of lost me at first, but now I like it. She's swinging her. Drop her on her face. Oh my gosh. Yep, that's concussion. That's a concussion. She dropped Ivy on her freaking head. That was one of those Kyle Fletcher drops. Oh my gosh, that was bad. That was a pretty bad one, bro. Seriously, I'm not playing around. I'm not playing. What the freak just happened to my audio? This is my brutality. He said Braun dead. Chill out, fool. 3 years. Yeah. Check out the collision parking lot brawl. Ben Keith got hot box. I'll watch it. Yeah, they said he had a hernia. Flipping the table. These dudes get injured, man. Very, very, very easily. Very, very frequently. But no, I didn't get to catch it. What the freak was I doing on Saturday? Know what? I fell asleep. I freaking fell asleep, dude. Oh my gosh. Literally right on my freaking couch. Missed everything. I might actually watch it though. Probably I'll watch it after this. Maybe actually I'll make the video and I'll try to watch the whole joint. This is a bad match. It's absolutely a bad match. I hate when they do triple threat matches and it's like one-on-one the entire time. And again, this is like in logically it's stupid. They're gonna do a big spot on the top of the ropes. So that was pretty cool from Ivy Now, right? But it pisses me off because it doesn't make any sense. These are supposed to be people that are trying to headline an opportunity at WrestleMania by getting a title shot. Why not add at least more like tomfoolery into the match, right? At the very least, right? You can have them wrestle and then add the tomfoolery. These people all have someone who could have at their side. So storyline wise, it makes sense. And then logically, why would they just be fighting in a regular triple threat match? This is no DQ. You have a heel working in this match too. So why would you not at least allow, like, if you've never tuned into wrestling, you watching this match does you no significance because it doesn't build upon anything in any of these characters. Why would Ivy Now, who has barely been on TV, suddenly show up as a good girl? Like, you wouldn't know, like, you would just think people are just, like for example, if you were a kid, right, you would just be watching this. Like, it was people Like for example, you would think this is like a UFC fight. Like you would just think this is the undercard or people are just fighting, right? No animosity between these people or anything like that. They're just fighting because that's just their job, right? That's it. There's no story here, nothing. But you could at least incorporate the people that are on their sides in order to make the story compelling. What's Rhea doing? These girls are not as strong as I think they are, man. That was a good little. That was a good little way to be creative and make it work. What are they doing? Oh no! This is Bot City. No freaking way. Oh, I gotta put this in my notes. Oh my gosh, she almost dropped Rhea on top of her. What the freak is going on? Are y'all sick? Bro, she literally almost dropped, who was that? She almost dropped Lyra Valkyria right, or Rhea right on top of Lyra Valkyria. These girls are tripping, bro. Oh, she kicked the freak out of her. She really kicked her. Oh my gosh, these girls are just tripping right now. These girls are absolutely gonna hurt each other. They are tripping because they're trying to do dumb stuff. Why would? I ain't gonna lie. I gotta give Rhea her respect because she looks like she's botching too, but she looks so far above these other women. Like, why is Ivy now trying to kick her? That's just stupid. Oh, that was a Uranagi? That looked like a DDT. That don't even look good, man. But here's the problem, man. If these women don't get on TV, they don't get wrestling matches. And they don't get wrestling matches that look like bombs. Yeah, I think Rhea got concussion, bro. Seriously. Okay, Rhea's done. I think Lyra Valkyria got hurt too, bro. What are these girls doing? Oh, she did hit the Nightwing. Oh my gosh, she kicked the freak out of her. Oh, she busted open. She definitely busted her open. Oh my gosh. Maybe she didn't. Maybe she didn't bust her open. Okay, so Rhea Ripley's going to the chamber. I didn't even put. I'm my bad, guys. I meant to freaking put a poll up, but I think put a 1 in the chat if you thought Rhea Ripley was going to win this one. Put a 2 in the chat if you thought somebody else was winning this match. Yeah, none of these women. It's not funny, but like none of these women look like they got out of this match unscathed. They all look like they caught CTE early onset. Dude, she kicked the freak out of her. Okay. So y'all thought that Rhea was winning this one too. Okay. That was just me. Okay, so 2 of the chamber participants so far are Rhea Ripley and Tiffany Stratton. Who cares about Tiffany Stratton? And now how do we feel for other slots? I personally think that Bianca Belair is going to make a surprise appearance and end up becoming one of the participants in the Elimination Chamber. Okay, so we got LA Knight promo. No, yeah, she kicked the freak out of her, right? So, again, what did this match do for anybody? I would have rather Rhea Ripley just declared for the Rumble. You know what I'm saying? Or for the Elimination Chamber. Like, what the freak are we getting out of this? Finn Balor. Yeah, definitely cooked. Finn Balor, you're not getting the world title. Your window is closed. You're not an afterthought, bro. You're just not good. What do you mean you thought you were supposed to be family? You've been turning on the. Okay. What the freak is this? A telenovela? Oh, guys, we got CM Punk walking backstage. CM Punk's doing an exclusive interview. Okay. Okay, guys. So this is what we got after an hour of TV. Yeah. Lyra, back to catering. Um, at least she might get a TV segment here and there. Ivy, now you're gone. See you, baby. We got a promo here. Actually, that's cuts on. Dude, so if you watch this in America, you get nothing. You literally get no segments. Yeah. Yep, that's what I've been saying. I feel like everybody's doing the exact same thing. We just continue to swap wrestlers. Everybody's operating on the same cutscenes. Yeah, I don't believe in LA Knight anymore. Who cares? Sheldon from Bang Bang. What the freak is the point of this segment? Okay, I gotta mute this, man. Yep, Javon Evans is cutting a promo in an ad. We're in the midst of an ad, and he's talking about his win over Grande Americano. He's got a tag team partner. What? He's doing tag matches and qualifying. I ain't gonna lie, Javon Evans. Wow. See, I like what he can do inside the ring, but that was not. That was a what the freak was that kind of promo? What did we even waste our television time on that for? Oh my gosh, Javon. Yeah, brother. You're gonna stay in the advertisements. I'm gonna tell you that. You're gonna stay in the advertisements. That was not it, bro. Wait, are they in Vegas? What the freak is that? Oh, WrestleMania, dude. Michael Cole. Oh my gosh. How could this potentially be one of the greatest WrestleMania main events of all history? What? There's no freaking way Finn Balor just showed up in the ring. There's no freaking way Finn Balor just showed up in the ring. Oh my freaking gosh. I gotta put this in my notes. This is sick. Who cares? Bro, what? Bro, we don't care about that. There's no way that he wants us to believe that he was going to beat Roman Reigns and he's actually somebody of a match that was like what 5 years ago. You talking about being pushed around? Who pushed you around? So let's think about something, guys. Who is going to believe in Finn Balor winning an Elimination Chamber? Adam Pearce is here, so there's that. WrestleMania is in April, I believe. Yep. Who the fuck is this guy? Look in your eyes. What do you see? Codes of personality. Again, and you wanna be. Oh, I'm a codes of person. Yeah, CM Punk, you move too fast, you might get injured, bro. CM Punk. Yo, it's just a ride. I gotta use that in the video. That is good. That is freaking good. How are you the first thought when you're supposed to be challenging against Roman? You do. See what happens when you step in this ring with CM Punk, baby. No, if I'm CM Punk, I'm not putting a title on the line, stupid. What the hell is going on this show, bro? I want all the clout and all the juice. CM Punk, you couldn't kick the teeth down his throat the first time you guys fought. Okay, so Finn, this show has no organization. It's almost as bad as SmackDown. Adam Pearce, get your show together. People are booing it. People are booing it. People are booing. People are booing. Nobody wants to watch Finn Balor versus CM Punk in Chicago. No freaking way. Everyone's booing. So this is why I say this show makes no sense, right? You're right. Finn, you lost in Ireland. Braun Breaker got suspended for trying to make things happen on his accord, on his terms. Finn Balor shows up and attacks the champion, and now he gets awarded with a title shot? This show makes no sense. CM Punk is just tripping right now. Yeah, Finn Balor should have stayed back there playing the game. CM Punk is basically saying that since he's trying to prove that he's the best in the world, he should. He doesn't feel like he's jeopardizing anything by accepting this match. Without risk, there's no reward. Oh my gosh. What was this interview supposed to be in the first place? That's true. He finally addresses Roman Reigns. See him delusional. What is CM Punk trying to build on Raw? He just looked right past Finn Balor. Bro, this has to be the collection of the worst promos I've seen on an episode. Like, there's no way that every freaking promo has been bad. Even CM Punk's cutting bad promos. Okay, backstage we got Adam Pearce. Why did he kick Finn Balor out of the building, but he awarded him with a title shot? Division is here. Please, Division. Why is Theory wearing a scarf? Oh my gosh, Josh. Oh my gosh. It's just a ride. You were right. Now they're trying to say that Braun Breaker was deadlifting an amount of weight that was ungodly. That's how he got hurt. It's not. It's not. They're blaming Adam Pearce for Braun Breaker injuring himself, even if it got happened in the weight room. What the freak is Austin Theory wearing in general? A scarf and a vest? Why is Austin Theory getting a freaking Elimination Chamber qualifying match? Logan Paul just zoned out for a little bit. Why is he saying don't get involved? So, this doesn't make any sense. Considered a threat to do what? What happens? Yeah, there we go. Oh, they're in Cleveland. I forgot Logan Paul's from Cleveland. Why is Adam Pearce Bronson Reed's problem, but not Logan Paul's problem? I gotta mute this, guys. So I'm not gonna like at this point. That has been the best segment of the show. We got a backstage segment with the Vision confronting Adam Pearce. Adam Pearce tells the Vision to not interfere in the match that's going to happen tonight. Austin Theory has a qualifying match. Why did Austin Theory get a qualifying match? He's been off TV for 10 months. Okay, whatever. But he told the Vision not to interfere in that match, which, again, kind of makes sense if you pay attention to what I mentioned earlier. But why did he tell them explicitly not to interfere, but like anybody else could have interfered in the other earlier matches? I don't understand that. And then why telling them not to interfere? It's a no DQ match. So what if they interfere? It's no DQ. Okay. It doesn't make any sense. Anyways, Logan Paul finally pressed him and was like, okay, if I do... I'm just looking at Natalia. Anyways, if they do interfere, then what are you going to do about it? Because he's the biggest star that Cleveland's ever seen. And now, then Bronson Reed's like, don't worry about him. That's my problem now. Yeah, Jake Paul. Yeah, man, dude. Have y'all seen what Jake Paul was tweeting online, bro? Freaking A. It's a commercial. I might have to pull up what the freak this dude was doing online on Twitter, bro. I mean, it's a little political, man. He's tripping. Mm-hmm. I'm writing some notes. That is crazy. Anyways, literally creatively, it's trash. I it doesn't make any sense how the division either. If there's supposed to be a group that began with Seth Rollins was booted out of the group. Seth Rollins is the visionary. He called it the Vision. Why are they still running with the moniker the Vision if there's no Seth Rollins? And then Braun Breaker's now gone, and you're still going to be saying that you guys are still the Vision? You're right. It's technically absolutely not the same stable at all. Upon its inception, it was Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. Now we have Bronson Reed, Austin Theory, and Logan Paul. This is a completely different segment of people. This is a completely different stable. Maxine be looking good, but like I can't tell if she got like work done or it's just she's just trying to keep her face in the same position. She probably got some work done. Huh? Yeah. So like there would be no reason right for Natty to lose this match. Like she shouldn't lose it like creatively from a standpoint of this is not Natalia, this is Natty. And then in addition, she's the one that trained Maxine. Why would she now just be like losing to her? Right? Obviously, she's attacked Maxine because she has something to prove, and so this new character for her is supposed to be one where she beats up Maxine. Oh my gosh, this is about to be an ugly match. Maxine's already going for the freaking ankle lock. The granddaughter of Stu Hart. How long y'all think these women have been packing up? I've been practicing this match. Let's put a poll up. Yeah, I'm out on AJ Lee. I told y'all that the first episode she came back. I was done with AJ Lee. So Maxine getting beat up on top of a table. What are they even doing? Why did she put her on top of the table? What is the freak? Oh, they got counted out. Why are they on top of a table? She freaking hurt her with that one. She like scratched her face. Why would anybody care here? This is supposed to be the moment where like the crowd is booing Natty, right? Nobody cares. Is it Wednesday yet? Oh, AJ Lee. Why is she coming out here to save Maxine? Who is she? Why did Natty just attack Maxine and then run away? I think freaking what's it called, broken? The brutality of the figure four or the sharpshooter. So what? She held it for like 2 seconds. Now she's limping. Why did AJ Lee? Oh my gosh. Oh, Becky Lynch just showed up and attacked AJ Lee. I was gonna call that earlier, but dude, I can't believe SmackDown is actually much better than this show. Wow, the tables have turned. And SmackDown's not good. So this show freaking stinks. Oh, Ellen Knight promo. LA Knight is in the Vision Vortex. Oh my gosh. What like was Maxine and Natty not even allowed to like have a long match? Why did they build up this match for weeks to have that happen? Why couldn't Natty have just attacked her backstage or something like that? Oh, Grande Americano. Dude, what the F am I watching with these Americanos, bro? Okay, so Javon Evans' partner is going to be the OG Americano, obviously. So right now, what is. I can't even do this, man. This has been beyond predictable, bro. All right, so we all knew Natty was going to win this match, right? But they probably did something even worse, right? No one won that match. And it wasn't even in a way which it was supposed to make us feel some type of way. Like, again, none of us have any attachment to Maxine other than the fact that she makes us laugh. There's nothing redeemable about Maxine individually as a character. She works hard, I guess. But she's a wrestler. Everyone in the backstage is working hard. Why should we care about her working hard in specific? It's not like people are doubting her, other than like that. Other than the fact that people are talking trash. People talk trash every week. Why should we care about that woman? What? Mr. Americano is getting the microphone? So I would assume he's going to speak in Spanish, right? This is all during the commercial. If you had this during the American Netflix, this is actually the worst thing ever you would ever watch on TV. How do you guys feel? First, he has some questions for the people that are in the crowd today. You know what's crazy? I was speaking that Spanish, bro. Why the freak is this dude? Oh my gosh, this dude is speaking Spanish. And that was terrible Spanish. Mia. He's speaking English though. With like a super white gringo. Three white guys in lucha masks trying to force Hispanic accents. Oh my gosh, this is probably the worst thing I've ever seen. Nah, this is OD. Why the freak is he speaking English? Here's the thing. Like, I was here during like some of the Vince McMahon stupidity, right? So I'm not like opposed to them being absolutely stupid, right, in wrestling shows. But this is like illogically inconsistent. This is wildly stupid. Let me just tell you guys what happened. So in the midst of the advertisement, the Americanos come to the ring. So you have Grande Americano cutting a promo in Spanish. For all that we know, this guy only speaks Spanish. Then you have the two Americanos on the side who are obviously they're white guys. And they're foreign white guys. So they're all, these are three Europeans, right? Masquerading as Mexicans. Because repeatedly in this promo, they mentioned that they are the best Mexican wrestlers. They know all about Mexican culture and everything like that. Like, which I understand is like a bit of a jab, right? At culture vultures, right? It's supposed to be funny. But it's not, because they're like putting on fake Mexican accents and they're speaking English. And then to hell with it all, El Grande Americano just starts speaking English. Okay, so what I just tell you guys. All right, so Javon Evans just had a tag team partner. His tag team partner is the original Grande Americano. I literally cannot believe Javon Evans got thrown in the middle of all this dumb stuff. No freaking way. So this is effectively four white guys masquerading as luchadors. You have 10 million luchadors on this. Oh my gosh. There's so many actual luchadors on this television product. Why could you have not developed an actual storyline with the actual freaking luchadors? This is not crazy. At a certain point, it could have been like a little bit funny, right? Where they were like, dude, you're obviously not Mexican. That was kind of funny for a second. But now, like, we legitimately are running with the fact that these guys are actually trying to say that they're Mexican. It's one thing if you're saying you're like a fake lucha. These guys are literally, they're literally saying they're Mexican. Am I, like, is this not crazy? If a bunch of white guys came out there and was like, we're black, we would be like, what the hell are you talking about? Is this not crazy? Josh, you're right, man. I'm literally thinking too much. This, oh my, dude, the rant I might make in this video after, dude, this might be in freaking sane. This is probably the worst thing I ever seen. Yeah, seriously. You guys sat in the commercial to watch these people get counted out. This is probably the worst thing I've ever seen on TV. Dude, this is a bad episode. This is crazy. Why are these guys doing the salsa? These dudes have zero rhythm. Oh my gosh, this is actually ridiculous. What is this? And we're going to commercial. There's no way. This is what I've been missing, bro. I thought the show was bad with no ability to view what's going on during the commercials. Being able to actually see what goes on during the commercials is actually insane. This is terrible. If you watch, if you're watching the entirety of the product, oh my gosh. Wow, this is. I'm trying to like recollect my thoughts, bro. This is insane. Yeah, I'm asking too many questions. I think you guys are right, man. Bro, if I, you know what? I think y'all are right, bro. If I would, if I spend my money and my time and show up to the show like this live, I would probably lose my mind. I'd be so disappointed. No, I wouldn't pay to see this. I don't even know. I'll be ringside. I'd pay $20 to be ringside during this, just so I can see CM Punk, and maybe like I would have got to like high five Rhea Ripley. Dude, people pay like $20,000, right, to get a, to get close to Rhea Ripley, right? So if I can pay $20 and I can get right there to high five CM Punk and Rhea Ripley, I'll do that. And then I get to sit in the middle of the show and get vlog content for y'all. I would say that's worth my $20. But aside from that, like just to actually watch the show, like no, if I was gonna be like no, like 2-3 rows back, no, I wouldn't pay. This is crazy. Wow. So if you guys just tuned into the stream, I was just considering potentially hitting up a WWE Raw, but this is like no joke. This is silly. And again, I don't even have a problem with them doing silly stuff. Like again, we've seen like Kofi Kingston, we've seen Razor Ramon, we've seen Hurricane Helms, we've seen like stupid stuff go on, right? But I think there's a distinct difference between people like being silly and stupid, and then the entirety of the story being stupid. We've seen Grande Americano going on since last year. Remember, the OG Grande Americano had a match at WrestleMania. Let's not forget about that, right? Now we have 4 white guys acting like Mexicans. Is this not insane? And again, acting like stereotypical Mexicans. This is like ridiculous. And there's zero consistency with any of them. Like none of them actually have characters. It's just funny to me that we have a trillion luchadors on the roster that are like employed, and none of them are doing anything. But we have these guys being idiots. And it was just even more hilarious that these guys are like legitimately Europeans because they're talking and you can hear them speaking with this European accent, but they're trying to like throw on a Mexican accent on top of the European accent. It's ridiculous. Like we have guys that I think what is it, Tyler Bates from like London or whatever. This is just silly, bro. And Pete Dunne's from I forget where. And then ooh. And Kaiser from Germany, right? Yeah, all these guys have been landing on their heads. I don't know what like I honestly. Oh, that was nice. That was nice. I kind of like that. They timed that really well. I'm not gonna lie. I'll salute them for that. That was pretty good. Oh my gosh, he just jumped over the rope. That was pretty good. That was a bad. So this is what I'm talking about though. Like if I didn't know anything about the storyline and I just saw like four white, obviously white guys trying to assert that they're Mexican, I'd be like, what? That would be insane to me. Like where does this go from here? I'm not gonna lie. This Javon Evans cutter was incredible. This was incredible. I'm not gonna lie. That was a very freaking good timed spot. Yeah, they love Javon Evans. I think there's a lot of potential there. Like I mean, he is extremely athletic in the ring. I think he's gonna get more and more creative, but they're probably gonna tone his stuff down. Like I think that he was at a point in NXT where he was going buck wild, but I think on the main roster they're not gonna let him do half the stuff because I think he got hurt so already and whatnot. So I don't know if they're gonna be letting him go crazy. This Iguana Americano makes no sense either because these guys are supposed to be heels, and like now he's like randomly a good guy and a bad guy. He's gonna take off the mask. Does anybody even care? Like it's been literally like over a year, bro, of these Grande Americanos, bro. Why do we care about who's under the mask? And you know what's funny? These are grown men running around in luchador masks, talking about who's the only Americano. Tell this fool, Bravo, get off the ground. Them kids are yelling at them boys. I ain't gonna say next Osprey, but I mean, he's flying, bro. I don't. Again, if I'm Javon Evans, I don't know what the freak you got pulled up to do. 'Cause this is silly stuff. Like, why are you in the middle of um, the Grande Americano Vortex? Like, what the hell are we talking about, dude? We're 2 hours into the show, guys. Dude, Julia sucks now on WWE. And again, that's not even a knock on her. Like she's barely been on TV, and when she's gotten on TV, we like cut out like a lot of the strike moves and whatnot she's gotten. This weekend we got Cody Rhodes, Jacob Fatu, and Sami Zayn. That sign in the back says Corey Graves is our favorite commentator. I agree. I didn't know what Penta said. I was like, whose name did he just say? Austin Theory's won the Elimination Chamber? Is he lying? Is he lying? Oh, yeah. Huh. I guess so. I guess he did. I might watch that one. Elimination Chamber is 2 weeks away. Yeah, it does look like Javon is just like half stepping, you know. He doesn't look all the way in it, you know. But I think they're slowing him down. Why are Lyra Valkyria and Bailey getting interviews? Bailey, where were you during this match? Oh my goodness. Heading into WrestleMania, girls, you're going to Elimination Chamber. Bailey. Is Oscar her longtime rival? Why do they keep saying head of the WrestleMania? You guys are going to the Elimination Chamber. You're not going anywhere. This is a qualifying match to get to the Elimination Chamber. Oscar winning. So Bailey is back there cutting a promo about her upcoming match, which is a qualifying match in the Elimination Chamber as well. So he's supposed to be fighting against Asuka and Natty. Give me one in the chat if you're excited for that match. Saya Kamitana. Dude, why are we still seeing Oba Femi video? Yo, he's on the show! You watch it. Dami duro. Baby, you're more baba lowo. Shout out to Oba. Femi. Femi Laurent. Oba got to be, I think, Oba's probably Yoruba, huh? Oh, yeah, I forgot about Gunter. Oba Vignette, yeah, Vex. I don't know what Bailey was talking about. Bailey just wasting my time. I told y'all I was done with her, bro. I tried to give her a chance, but oh, no, he is Yoruba. I'm right. I'm pretty freaking good. We got Gunter. Why is he still laughing? Hmm. What is Gunter gonna do? I would yell. I go, that's funny. Oh, he's gonna laugh. You know what's funny is that the guys are all like talking about I'm gonna win the championship, and they have to win a match to then win the elimination chamber to then face off against the challenger or the champion and then win the match. So Javon, oh my gosh, this is not good. So Javon Evans versus Gunter versus Dominic Mysterio. Now that could be an interesting matchup. I don't know who wins that one. I know Javon Evans damn sure ain't winning it, but it's probably Dom is not gonna win it either. Dom has two belts, so it's gonna be Gunter. Duh. What am I thinking? What is there to talk about? We got Penta entrances. Oh my gosh. I will tell you one thing though. Penta be booked, man. Penta finds a way on the TV every freaking week. He'll find his way into a segment, bro. I ain't gonna lie. So shout out to him. He's booked and busy, bro. Dude, yeah. These guys continually like operate in circles, man. They go nowhere. They're all like. Let's think about anything here. What storyline have these guys been operating in that's actually unique? All these guys are doing the same thing, bro. Like everything they're doing, we've seen before. Which is, obviously, there's going to be very common tropes in wrestling, but dude, all these guys are doing this like the same thing. Aside from, I ain't gonna lie, the Javon Evans and Grande Americano stuff is ridiculous. I don't understand what the purpose of Javon Evans and the Americanos is, other than the fact that he randomly challenged one of the Americanos backstage, and then like he just continually been fighting, small boss, fight against a big boss, fight against a small boss. So like, and now he's fighting in tag matches. It doesn't make any sense. So like that match should now have Javon Evans out of the vortex, right? Doesn't make any sense. Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee, like this is something that we thought we were gonna see last year, right? Like we thought we were gonna see this like during SummerSlam or something like that. Like we didn't get this. We got WrestlePalooza 2-on-2 match. There's no way that AJ Lee. Honestly, I don't really care about watching AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch. That's gonna be a Oh, that's gonna be Elimination Chamber. They'll probably rematch. I ain't gonna lie, at WrestleMania. Probably. Like, but you gotta think about it, bro. Like we're headed to the Elimination Chamber. There's not a story here that's quite captivating enough for any of us to care about what could be doing in WrestleMania. Other than I could say like CM Punk and Roman Reigns, I could potentially get excited about. I'm not excited about that match, but I'm excited about what they could do with the story. But them throwing Finn Balor in the middle of that makes no sense. Because how am I supposed to be getting behind any of that? Not going for that. And then the Vision makes zero sense because their whole game has been trying to be patient. So they're almost a year in, right? And they have accomplished zero. None of them have won any gold. None of them have really won many matches. What is the Vision accomplishing? And these guys are supposed to be quote unquote future main eventers. Logan Paul was 10 times more successful on his own. Why would he need to be in the Vision? Like it would make sense if it was done like the Don Callis family, where it was like, okay, Paul Heyman is telling you, I can offer you guys something, whether it's monetary or like I have like wisdom to truly offer you, so I could like be out here trying to scout a lot of the young talent out here. But they're not doing it like that. It's literally just Seth Rollins wanted Paul Heyman's advice, and then he said, you know what, I can have somebody on my side who's muscle, and that's Braun Breaker. And then he introduced Bronson Reed, and then these guys turned on him. So now why do we have 10 other people that don't really have a link to anybody? Who Hendrix is this? Austin Theory. This is. What is Austin Theory wearing? This dude has a vest and scarf on. Yeah, they need to make this dude a face, bro. He's just not believable, bro. Great point. Like, if there was potentially cracks within the Vision, then it would be something exciting to watch. Because then one of us may potentially believe that there's, like you said, a mystery attacker that's actually in the group. I mentioned that Logan Paul should be somebody that we should watch because there's no benefit for him to be in the Vision, and maybe him injuring Braun Breaker would be an instant opportunity for him to gain some sanctity on his own and split apart from the Vision. So I don't understand why these guys have been following around Braun Breaker. I don't understand why they were content with following around Braun Breaker, and now since there is no Braun Breaker, they're still acting as if the goal is to make Braun Breaker successful. Guys, he's gone. Now you guys should be all clamoring for an opportunity to do your own thing. Or at the very least, you should be like, bro, what's the point of me even being in the Visions? Because this guy's injured. Yeah. I do not understand this stuff. Chat, man. This is just so lazy, bro. What are we getting these backstage segments for? Like, what? Like they really want me to carry that Maxine was getting put in a sharpshooter, bro. I'm yawning, bro. This ain't it, bro. These cheers are getting quieter and quieter for LA Knight, bro. We're starting to lose faith in this boy. Okay, this makes no sense. Here's the next thing too. Um, why is Austin Theory now trying to like be imposing to LA Knight? Right? He was a jobber to LA Knight not long ago. So like, why am I supposed to believe him as somebody who's supposed to be important and physically imposing? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. But like you mentioned, on a week to week basis, bro. My brain is fried. So something has to happen in this match, right? All right, let's put in the poll. I mean, I don't know if I can start a poll with 3 people. Yeah, well. Yeah, I mean, these guys both have problems with the vision. They should be attacking Austin Theory. All right, so they're starting off the match with LA Knight and Penta attacking. They're tag teaming against Austin Theory. I think he did overshoot the slide, but he played it off. Why are the Vision not out here? Yeah, I think that yeah, I ain't gonna lie. If the Vision run in and cost LA Knight, this might be crazy. What if he costs LA Knight and it becomes a Penta win? Hey, what if the Vision slide in the joint, they take out LA Knight takes out Austin Theory, then Penta ends up winning and capitalizing. He should have stomped him. Dude, if I was watching stuff with commercials, oh my gosh. Yeah, let's get to the end of the show. I gotta get some water, bro. Hey, keep me updated on what I missed. I'll be right back. Okay, what I miss? No, Theory's good in the ring, but this is what I'm saying. I think that I'd be more excited to watch him if he was a like face or something like that. Because it's tough to watch him as a heel, knowing he's gonna lose all the time. Mm, Penta was doing the arm snap when he first got to the WWE. He doesn't do it as frequently anymore. No. So let's think about this thing right here. Like I mentioned to you guys, this is a no DQ match. When they're sure about that, it's no DQ. Why is the referee telling Austin Theory to get off of LA Knight in the ropes and Austin Theory kind of listened to him? He kind of like mocked him, but why did he get off of him for? No, yeah, Pence has been absolutely nerfed. Everybody gets nerfed, bro. Nobody does cool stuff. You've seen the type of even like on the slightest things that Ricochet will do now on Wednesdays without that joint. I mean, we saw what like even what Tommaso Ciampa's been able to do. First of all, too, I want to mention what the heck is wrong with that dude, Claudio? Why does he always have to pick everybody up and just toss them? That is so freaking funny, bro. He's strong as heck. Shoulder pressing everybody and just tossing them. The Dabs had to nerf him. You're stupid. So we got some winners in the chat. We thinking who's gonna win. Y'all know how I feel. Everyone in Triple Threat matches have been the same, bro. I'm tired of this joint. That it's a one-on-one match. One person just laying down there. Let's get active, bro. I don't even know like what bad things I might say about this episode of Raw, bro. Seriously. Get their ass out of there. Yeah. Mm. Imagine how that would look. Randy Orton and freaking Austin Theory. Dude, I'm still trying to figure out what the heck was going on with that Americano stuff. That was insane, right? How, I might watch that real quick. That was crazy. Austin Theory pinned somebody. And let's get active, man. What y'all think about a Super Bowl? Did any of y'all watch Super Bowl? See, I told you, no disqualifications. They're mentioning it on TV. Oh my gosh, they just beat the heck out of LA Knight. The elbow drop to the outside of the ring. Why is Adam Pearce mad at it? It's no disqualification. No way. I ain't gonna lie. If Ellen and I would have got pinned by Austin Theory, I probably would have flipped this table. The masked man taking on Austin Theory. That was the black guy. That was a black guy. It's a black guy. No, this is not a black guy. This is a super tan guy. Dude, like, how many times are we gonna keep seeing this masked man thing? Specifically with the Vision. And then I won. Y'all right on that one. So the Vision has to disband, right? The Vision has to be done. Yeah, yeah, I guess it's not Logan. I thought it was Logan. Josh, you're a Raiders fan? I knew we clicked. I knew we clicked. Yeah, I'm a Raiders fan too. Yeah, I saw that they got a new coach, bro. They need a lot though. I mean, there's got to be a lot of help that comes on over there. That'd be funny if it was Grayson Waller. Now I think about it, the way he's moving around. You didn't like the halftime show? Yeah, Otis and Zawa definitely had the best match. Yeah. Okay. Jim Shank. Who's Jim Shank? He just passed. My condolences. Jim Shank, who's that? WWE production veteran from Attitude Era. Man. Colorectal cancer. All right. Yeah, that's the show. LA Knight wins. That's it. You know. I don't know how to feel about that. Chat, what y'all thinking? Let me know what y'all think about that one. That was intriguing. It doesn't make any sense, right? So these guys are supposed to be the future, but they can't win matches without interferences, and they can't win matches with interferences. Give it up. What have these guys won? They have been uniting to cheat for years, and they haven't won it. At least the Judgment Day cheats every match, and at least they've won titles, right? Goodness, these guys have won tag team titles multiple times, the men and the women. The Liv won women's title. Raquel's in the title hunt. You have Dominic Mysterio holding 2 titles. I mean, at least they're winning something, right? What the freak? The vision sucks. It was long, right? I literally was about to fall asleep. Paul Heyman technically hasn't done anything with anybody. I guess technically he won alongside Seth Rollins, but it's not like it was because of him. It was supposedly Seth Rollins pulling all the strings. So I don't understand the purpose of any of this. Dude, Josh, I ain't gonna lie to you. Josh, I think me watching the ads, or at least watching during the ads, being able to see what's going on, that had to be like one of the worst things I've ever seen. That was freaking terrible. So, Josh, salute to you. You're a nice guy. But that was bad, man. 2 out of 10 is what I'm saying. 2 out of 10 is generous for this episode. Dude, what the freak? Wowzer. I'm about to collect my thoughts, dude. This is a lot that just happened. This is a lot. I gotta find that joint. That Grande Americano. Oh, man. I know somebody got that joint, bro. Somebody got that joint. That joint was crazy, bro. I might run it back just to watch it. Like, again, that was crazy, dude. Like, no cap. But yeah, I'm excited for the Raiders, man. I mean, I don't expect much, but I'm at least excited that there's a future there. I'm at least excited. Man. So what does Bron Breakker do? So obviously Bron Breakker's not going to be at WrestleMania. I'd assume that. Hold on, I'm trying to find. And then y'all didn't like Bad Bunny's halftime performance? What? Do you think we're gonna get a Mass versus Mass match for the Grandes? Top full talking about some Dynamite was looking good. Kyle was kind of dead. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, they started off like the first match, with a little bit of energy. Dang, dude, nobody has that freaking promo. I wish I could show you guys. I had to go back to Netflix to pull it up, bro. That joint was trash. I'm looking at AAA stuff. So Chelsea Green is injured. That's no bueno. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Dynamite does look like it could potentially be a pretty good episode, man. I've got to find this promo, bro. That joint was not hitting. It was just crazy. All right, let me just go back to Netflix. I'll rewatch it, bro. Check me out. Oh no, but I gotta watch it. I guess I can't watch it back unless. Hold on. That joint caught me. It said you watch it. It said straight up, brother. You watching it through a VPN. You can't watch it like that. So let me go back to it. So I'm gonna try and see if I can catch it. Now I turn the VPN off. Let's see. I'm assuming it's probably not gonna let me watch it because that was like during a commercial. Wait, hold on. No, I don't think so. I don't think it shows me. Then before a commercial. No, it doesn't. It just goes straight to commercial. Interesting. Hold on, that's actually interesting. Oh, so it just. Oh, so if you don't even get to see it. You don't even get to see it on the recap. Okay. Wow. So I didn't know the showing experience was ridiculous. Whoa. This is a different experience if you're catching it direct on the VPN. Look, I've been trying that out this week, so I don't know, guys. Maybe that's worth a little coin. Dude, why did you like the Bad Bunny concert? Dude, there is some amazing talent, and it is very, very, very sad that they're wasting this stuff away. They're wasting away the prime years of some of the guys like Roman and CM Punk, the guys that are like right there on the cusp of bouncing, right? They had AJ Styles go out, and his quote unquote retirement tour was not memorable. They had John Cena, a guy they're trying to label as the GOAT, have a abysmal last year. That they need to make some changes for sure. Let me see if I can find that joint. I want to show y'all. I'm not playing around. That was such an interesting segment, bro. Make sure I know somebody got that joint on video, bro. Nobody got that joint. I'm trying to find it. Somebody uploaded it yet. Dude, that promo was jokes. Dude, so it's not up here, bro. Nobody has that joint. That was such a weird. Like it was so weird, huh? It's not even on Twitter, bro. They're putting some BS in the skit. Dang. So you weren't a fan of the visuals or the message that was trying to get relayed. He'll be back in the WWE too. I bet you believe that. I bet you better prepare yourself. He's going to be back in between the WWE ring. Nobody has that joint on video, blood. Let me go back to the hunt. So if I hit this joint with a hunt on, let me see if I pull it. If I put the VPN back on, maybe I can catch it. Hold on. The freak? What is it doing? What the hell? It was turned off. I can't even. Alright, let's quick connect right there. Okay, so if I try to do it from there, non-America. I've got to run that segment back because that was just incredibly interesting to me. Blood said, I don't want to hear that. Tito me preguntó. Let me try to refresh this. I'm like, dude, like seriously, I am actually taken aback by what I got because that was not P, bro. The way that these guys operated, it was seriously disheartening to me. No, yeah. It even if I go on the bit back, so the replay doesn't show the stuff that happens in the commercials. That's interesting. And then it just skips. Huh. Oh, so if you don't watch it live, you're never gonna see that. That is interesting. No, yeah, it's cut out. So I'm looking now at like some of the stuff that happened when I was talking about like during the ads and like during that dead space. You don't get to see it if you watch the replay. So very interesting. So like that's some of the matches I'm assuming as well. That stuff doesn't show up. I mean, I always assumed that it was different, but it's actually interesting to me that there's plenty of information that actually happened, or plenty of things that happened in the middle of the commercials that now I'm noticing has been getting cut out. And like they're actively operating a show during the commercials. So you have a bunch of 3-minute commercials and you don't get to see the stuff that's going on. So hold on, let me just go to the Maxine match. I wonder if I get to see it then from y'all, what y'all were talking about. I think you're right. Do they choose what goes on TV and what goes on commercial? Dude, that Natty match was trash. Nah. I think you do get to see some of her match. And consistently. Hmm. But the Grande Americano joint definitely got cut out. But that might have just been a production team where they're like, yeah, nah, they didn't like the visuals that surrounded that. Again, these guys were literally calling themselves Mexicans, bro. Oh my gosh. Oh, you know what? I have it on video. I was recording for that Patreon. So that's probably gonna go up there. So it's probably on my recording. Hold on. Let me see. Bro, funny, like it's not that big of a deal, but it just interested me that I just found out that there's legitimately a good chunk of the show that gets cut out. And there's not even like a replay, which goes to show you that there's a good chunk of things that they actually put on the show that actually mean nothing. So think about it like that. That week after week after week after week, there's plenty of segments that go on that aren't on live TV that has nothing going on. And yeah, so like any show that I've been to that was WWE, typically during the dead period, it's something that you don't really notice it. Like if it's going on commercials in the middle of matches, you don't notice it while I'm at the show. But you probably will see them doing a little bit more, like taunting or like you said, crowd work, things like that. It's typically going to happen, right? But it goes through really smoothly. But the fact that there's like legitimately promos and things like that are going on that just are essentially wiped from existence, because if you didn't watch it live, you don't get to watch it on like any form of recap, and you don't get to watch it on the replay. So it's like you literally were just on the show for nothing, because there's no record of this happening. I find that extremely interesting, which that literally means that they're booking shows with a bunch of nothing to do. Like, dude, there was like 10 promos that happened during the commercials, and we didn't get to see it. Wow. And then on top of that, there's like good like portions of the match. Now, granted, the big spots in the matches, yeah, I'm pretty sure that stuff happens. That definitely happens on TV. Every once in a while, they would show you like, when I think that's even something that we saw during the Vince era, that when there was like maybe a point in the match that you missed and you're watching it on TV, you would just get the replay and like, well, while you were on commercial, this is what happened. But dude, there's legitimately promos and stuff like that we didn't see. Let me see if they upload on Twitter and nothing like that. Let me see. Oh my gosh, these dudes were speaking Spanish. This is so stupid. That's funny. Let me see. The stuff actually gets erased from history. Let me see. Because I don't think we get to see any of these promos. Let's see. Let's see if I'm just joshing you here. Or this is legit. Nah. I don't see them posting any of the things, any of the interviews or promos that got cut during the commercials. Nah. So, yeah, that stuff might not exist, twin. Seriously. That is interesting information right there. This dude was literally speaking Mexican-specific language in Spanish. This dude was literally saying, "Long live Mexico" in Spanish. We are Los Americanos. This is my family. And we are the best. Cleveland, Ohio. You people have no culture. Now, what in the world could he be referencing when he says that? You people in Cleveland, Ohio have no respect. You don't see it tonight. You're in the presence of the greatest luchador tag team of all time. Yeah, they said they're gonna teach Javon Evans a lesson in real Mexican culture. Middleway. And then like Kaiser just gets on the mic and just starts speaking English, but obviously he has a ridiculous. Which one was the mask? Damn. Yeah, that three way was rough. That was rough, dude. I can't even lie, dude. The Natty match might have been better than that, bro. Oh my gosh, that was a stinker. Yeah, not laughing, but I'm like seriously, if they were to tell me that they had gotten injured, dude, I would not be surprised. That was not it. They fight reckless, bro. Like what the freak? They're just trying to do stupid spots. Like these women, like they act like they're strong as hell. Like what's wrong with y'all? They definitely down to hurt themselves. Like, what are you guys doing? Stop it. Get some help. I mean, yeah, I mean, salute to the Alpha Academy. And salute to Javon Evans in that cutter. That's probably the only positive things I can speak about this show. Yeah. Oh, the Pistons and the Hornets had a brawl. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. That's what I'm here for. The violence. Oh, he started swinging. Oh, they tackled him. Oh no. Oh, he must have got disrespected. Oh, Miles Bridges was trying to square up with him. Oh, camera, what we doing, cameraman? Oh, they fighting. Oh, Isaiah Stewart. Oh, they fighting. Oh, shoot. They were fighting in the NBA. It's the first time ever. Wait, normally they just push people around. The coach slammed him. Dude, these boys was scrapping. They was rumbling. No freaking way. Well, there's gonna be a lot of suspensions. Looks like the Hornets' 9-game win streak is over with. Isaiah Stewart, yeah, he's out of there, bro. Wow. Yeah, that was you guys literally saw my real time reaction right there. That was much more exciting than anything I just watched over the last 2.5 hours. You tried to slap him. Did any of y'all see that? Funny enough, if any of y'all were watching the Super Bowl, I think the funniest thing was Stephon Diggs, gaining some yards and then hitting the spin on the football on the ground. Like, bro, you're literally down 20 with like 3 minutes left. What are you doing? Yeah, Miles Bridges threw a jab. He jabbed him. They started scrapping. They started throwing punches. Isaiah Stewart literally lives for this, dude. He literally just wanted to fight. Dude, this is actually entertaining. You're right. You guys are actually right. I watched this. It was more entertaining. Yeah, I wish I could show you guys this too, man. It is probably gonna get copyrighted. He said Miles got some blows in. Dang, that was good. That was entertaining. That's good stuff. Oh, there was another fight too? Yeah, okay. Nas Reed? What's that about? Dude, the referees be getting in there and they have zero that they can do to stop these freaking 7 feet dudes. He's about to yank that jersey off. He literally tried to rip his jersey. Nah, that Hornets fight. I know somebody got more angles of the Hornets fight. Nah, yeah, that fine's about ridiculous. Hornets. I might be able to do like a slow mo for y'all, bro. That was funny. Dude, dang, man. The Hornets just were on a good win streak, too. And they just got to rumbling. Duncan Robinson said, nah, I'm good on this. Dude, look at this freaking thing here. Duncan Robinson said, heck no, bro. They're literally scrapping, and Duncan Robinson's like, nope, I'm out of here. That is freaking funny. To be clear, I have no beef with anything that happened in Hornets. Pistons. So anybody gonna talk about that? I feel like there's not enough posts going on. 4 ejections. They ejected 4 people. I know Miles Bridges definitely got ejected. Dude, come on, man. I mean, let me look at some tweets real quick before I finish the stream. Let me see what people are saying about this episode of Monday Night Raw. What the freak is happening in my chat? What the freak? Oh, it's because I hit refresh. No, yeah, it was bad news. They were rumbling for sure. Okay, this is good. I can watch this one. Here, look, so look. This one's not copyright. Hold on. I'll just show you guys this, and then I'll go ahead and jump off. This was legitimately more entertaining. Look at this fool running off the bench, and then they started throwing them. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Alright. But yeah, look, man. Yeah, they were rumbling, bro. There's gonna be some money that gets spent. Let me see if there's any quick tweets about WWE Raw. Let's see. Finn Balor's tired of being an afterthought. What does Balor have in mind? Who cares? Let's go to the top tweets about Raw this week. Based off how no one reacted to either Grande or Raw, honestly, the eventual Mask versus Mask One Americano to rule them all match needs to be on AAA. They appreciate the story there. WrestleMania doesn't deserve this match. I ain't gonna say WrestleMania doesn't deserve it. I just think that we're like above this at this point. Usos well respected Alpha Academy. That was dumb. Because like, who wins that? You know, what was the point of that match? Penta versus LA Knight. All right, so you guys, I will say, look, guys, this cutter, I'm gonna talk about it in the review. This cutter was freaking good. It was executed pretty well. I'm not gonna lie. He threw a punch in the back. That yeah, he literally ran off the bench to throw a punch and then like ran away. That's these guys be doing, bro. AJ Lee's lighting Cleveland up. LA Knight gets a spot from the chamber with the help of the masked man, and then Knight qualifies. Let's see what people are saying in the comments about that. I don't care who the masked man is. However, he's got a supporter in me because LA Knight qualified for the elimination chamber. That is true. If the masked man is supposed to be a bad guy, why would any of us support him? So I'm assuming that this masked man is a good guy. He's out to help us. It's probably Seth Rollins. I'm assuming that's probably what it's gonna be. It's Seth Rollins eliminating all of the guys. A lot of people are excited for AJ Lee being back. Okay. People were excited about the CM Punk promo. I didn't think it was good, but whatever. Yeah, guys, I'm not playing around. That's literally what he said. Jimmy Uso tells Jey Uso that he needs to qualify for and win the Elimination Chamber to reclaim a spot as main event. Jey Uso, dude, you're literally holding a tag title. What are you doing? Yeah, this was corny. When Stephanie Vaquera and Dominic Mysterio were speaking Spanish, and then Liv was like, "Translate. What did you just say, Dominic?" And then she's like, "He said he love it." But it's like he literally didn't say that. But whatever. These guys are jokes, man. What is that? All right, man. But I know a lot of y'all about to go, so I ain't gonna hold you up, man. Appreciate y'all showing up for the stream, man. I'm going to, spend some time trying to collect my thoughts and get this video together. Yes, Waller and Theory were indeed a team. So I don't know what's going on. Yeah. I'll see y'all. I'm going to get everything together to go ahead and drop this review. Appreciate y'all showing up, man. We had a good time, man. I love chopping it up with y'all. Hey, look. Go Raiders. All right, y'all. No. Yeah, Super Zesty Americano.